as a woman, as an entrepreneur, as a woman in business, you're selling products and services online. Understanding your buyers is the key to success. You need to know what motivates them. You need to know what their needs are. And you need to know how to make decisions to tailor your marketing approach to their preferences. So what this training will do is introduce you to the 4 primary buyer types. There's 4. So pen and paper, we're getting into it. Analytical is the first one. Amiable, assertive, and expressive buyers. And what I'm going to do is like give you the insight on how to communicate with each type effectively, as well as know which type of buyer is your client, like are your clients. Because this is the thing, is when we look upwards and we're like, but I aspire to that mentor, and I love the way that she runs her social media and who she speaks to. Inspiration is valid, yes, but when you look at your clients, you need to be making content for their customer buyer type, not making content based on the mentor that you love. And it's also looking at, you can be a completely different buyer to your audience. You can be a completely different buyer to your audience. And if you don't know this, you'll be creating content based on how you buy, not understanding that your client base might need something completely different. So you're literally like turning off your ideal clients. And to be really clear, often most businesses have a mix of all of these, but there'll be one more predominantly, one that speaks exactly to your ideal client. So let's have a look at what these buyer types actually look like. What is the difference between all 4 of these? So the first one is an analytical buyer. Analytical buyers are logical thinkers, and they make decisions based on facts and data. So when you are talking to these buyers, it is crucial to provide detailed information about your products and services. This is when using statistics and case studies to support your claims, and you're like emphasizing the benefits of your offering, and you're not using like fluffy language, exaggerated language. You're not talking about the emotional benefits. You're not talking about like big vision stories of how it changed Jane's life to use this eczema cream. As analytical buyers, they're more interested in the practical aspects of your products and your services. So you can see how they're going to be completely turned off by talking about big vision, emotions, feelings, that type of stuff. They're like, give me the stats on how many people this has actually worked for. Yeah. Type number 2 is amiable buyers. So amiable buyers are focused on relationships, and they like the idea of harmony and cooperation. So when you're going to appeal to these buyers, it's about building trust and rapport. So you're focusing on building a relationship with them, and you're emphasizing personal touch in your marketing approach. You're using testimonials, social proof to establish credibility, and showing them that your products and services are reliable. That's what they really care about, is like long-term trust and relationship. Type number 3, assertive buyers. Assertive buyers are decisive, they're self-assured, and they value efficiency and results. So to appeal to these buyers, it's about being really direct and really clear in your marketing messages. So you use really action-orientated language, and it's about focusing on the benefits and results of your products or service, and you're avoiding using vague language. You're avoiding using long-winded explanations. Assertive buyers want to know how your offers will benefit them, and they want to know quickly. They don't want a long-form sales page. That's like, I would rather stick hot forks in my eyes than read a long-form sales page. I will literally like, don't sell me a course. I'm not interested in the course. Sell me a 15-minute phone call, and then you send me a report within 24 hours. It is all about time and efficiency. They know themselves and they know what they want. Assertive buyers. Type number 4 is expressive buyers. Expressive buyers are your creatives. They're creative, they're passionate, they value aesthetics, they value design. And so to appeal to these buyers, it's essential to emphasize that like emotional aspect of your products or services. And this is when you start to use really vivid language, and you're using imagery to evoke emotions, and you're creating this sense of excitement and emphasize the aesthetic appeal of your offerings using storytelling to connect with these expressive buyers. So you can see how they're so different that if I wanted to work with expressive buyers and I, had these beautiful graphics and then I switched gears because someone else on Instagram told me I need to talk more about statistics and I started plugging the statistics of working with me, all the expressive buyers that followed me for my visuals and like the emotions behind the storytelling are suddenly really not fucking interested. Yeah. So understanding your buyers is the key to successful marketing and business. And I've got here in my notes, as a female entrepreneur selling online, but that's not even it. It's like, let's take so much of the like emotion and bullshit out of business and let's go back to like a really fundamental marketing thing. Like understanding your buyers is the key to successful marketing, which means successful sales and successful brand building. It just is. So let me ask you this then, live or watching the replay, which buyer type do you think you are? And what buyer type do you feel makes up the majority of your audience right now? And don't worry if you don't have to get this like right, because I'm going to show you how to figure it out in a second. For me, I am a very, very strong mix between amiable buyer and an assertive buyer. I'm very assured, I very much want results. I know myself. I will be that person to call, and I did this recently, call a marketing agency and I'm like, hey, I'm not sure if you offer this or not. What I'm really looking for is someone to look at all my social media channels, my best performing content, and put it into a strategy report for me that explains my like top of funnel, middle funnel, bottom funnel content. And I just like, I can do this, but I don't want to do it. I don't have time. I'd love an outside perspective. Can you put together this report for me? It wasn't a product that they offered. It wasn't a current service. And they messaged me back and said, let's get on the phone. Let's do it. Send me an invoice. I was like, you need to charge more from that. But you know what I mean? And I got exactly what I wanted. I got a strategy report with all the information I needed. So I'm a very assertive buyer in that sense. But I also am so relationship focused. That collaborative experience, I will be the first person to tag other people when I see posts come up, to share other mentors that I'm working with, other people that I hire. I very much love that relationship side of things. So that's probably, I'm more assertive, but my secondary one is an amiable buyer. So what is it for you? What do you feel like you resonate with the most with here is always a really interesting one to dive into, because as well, my husband and I are completely different. All right, so how to identify your audience's most common buyer type. To effectively market your products and your services to your audience, you need to understand their buyer type. Like you can't know who to speak to without understanding how they want to be spoken to, what they need to feel, how they need to make decisions, and what information they need to be able to make a decision. You can't effectively market your product without that. So here are the ways to identify your audience's most common buyer type. If you are speaking to analytical buyers are logical. They are detail orientated. They prefer to make informed decisions based on facts and data. They love a long form sales page. They're checking the ingredients on stuff. They want to know exactly how long the shipping is going to take before they make a purchase. They value quality and they value practicality. They are willing to take their time to evaluate options before making a purchase. So to identify if you've got analytical buyers in your audience, you want to look for those who ask a lot of questions. They want detailed information about your products or services. They're hitting you up with a DM like, I've read your sales page for this offer. I just want to know if it'll work for this specific thing. Or I've read about this product. I'm just really interested to know whether it also blocks out this particular type of UV rays, whatever it is. So they've got lots of questions. So if your inboxes are full of questions, that is a good sign that the majority of your buyers are analytical buyers. They're also the type of person who leaves reviews or comments that focus on specific features or benefits, right? My daughter does user-generated content videos for brands, and one of the things, because she does a lot of skincare brands, and she's always like, the smells, she's very big on describing the smells and like, this smells amazing. So she's giving details of exactly what it smells like, but she's more speaking to expressive buyers than analytical buyers, because analytical buyers want to know exactly how much SPF is in it, and my daughter's talking about like how amazing it smells and what it feels like. So you know what I mean? Like, it's two completely different audiences marketing from the exact same product. So amiable buyers, How to know if you have amiable buyers in your audience. Amiable buyers are really friendly. They're very empathetic. They value personal relationships. So they prioritize trust and rapport over price or product features. These are the type of people who just buy your shit because they love you as a person, right? And they're often motivated by the desire to support others. It's like, I want to be involved in your business journey rather than just, I want this product. They support you and they're purchasing your products and offerings because they support you, right? So this is what everyone tried to do with influencing. This is what everyone tries to do with like, just be so inspiring and people will buy your stuff. It doesn't work for everyone because that's not the vibe for everyone, but also that's not the audience for everyone. You know what I mean? So to identify amiable buyers in your audience, you want to look for those who are engaging with your content in a really positive and supportive way, regardless of if they're buying or not. How like girls supporting girls are they with your content? They may also be sharing your posts with their network. They might be referring other people to your business. They're the first ones that are like, yes, girl, every time you launch something. It's that real amiable buyer community. And you can see why I think like a lot of people get stuck is they've like built a personal brand speaking to the amiable buyers, and then they get somewhere along the line and they're like, oh, I can really monetize this and make this a business, and they start following someone else's cheat sheet or code for success, and they start talking about like the statistics on working with them, giving lots of detail about programs, and their audience just gets like completely turned off. And it's not even, they communicate this in the way of like, oh, she's just trying to make money off us now. But it's not that. It's the fact that she's like not speaking my language anymore. That's what it really comes down to. And they see it as the difference of, you know, she wasn't asking for money before, and now she is. Now she cares about money, and that's what I don't like. But it's not that. It's that she's not speaking my language anymore. Yeah, so you can understand how learning about this, super important. So type number 3 is assertive buyer. Assertive buyers are confident as fuck. They are decisive. They prefer to take charge. They are motivated by achievements and status, and they value products or services that align with their goals and their priorities. So you'll see in my programs these days, it's like for women that move fast, right? For women who move fast, for women who don't want to slow down, for women who don't want to run a more feminine business, for women who move fucking fast, right? That's what we're doing. So to identify assertive buyers in your audience, this is about looking for those who take action quickly. They're confident. They might ask direct questions or make specific requests. This is exactly me with that marketing company. I'm like, I don't even know if you do this. I haven't even looked at your website, but could you do this for me? And it's not like being a douchebag about it. It's just like, this is exactly what I want. Are you willing to offer that? And if you're not, I'll find someone else. That's cool. Like, whatever it is. They're also the type of person to leave reviews or comments that emphasize their experience with someone or results. So if you've got lots of reviews that are coming back with like, she provided this so fast, their turnaround was so quick, she actioned everything I said, you know, very much those type of experience and results based testimonials and reviews. Okay, so the last type is expressive buyers. Expressive buyers are super creative, they're really enthusiastic, and they value self-expression. So they prioritize the experience and the emotions over practicality or price. It's the type of people who's like, I just knew I had to be there. I knew I had to be at this event. Like, it doesn't matter how much it costs. I'm an expressive buyer when it comes to concert tickets. Like, I don't fucking care. It's my one thing where I'm super like, I'm buying that. I'm going there. Like, nothing else matters. I don't care about how much it costs. My husband's like, I'm like, nope, I don't care. I'm going. So they are often motivated as well by the desire to stand out, the desire to make a statement. They're the type of thing, if they've bought something or purchased something, when it arrives, they're like, check what I just got. Or they sign up to work with someone in a program or book a service, and they're like, just hired a new financial advisor. And like, it's about the, like, financial advisor, I mean, it's about the way that it makes them feel. So to identify expressive buyers in your content, look for people who engage with your content in a really visually expressive or emotive way. This is my design clients. My design clients are amazing. I have 2 branches in my design business, a very corporate one where it's obviously they're not messaging me about how guys make my designs are, But my small business clients they're the ones being like, that is sexual, that is so fucking sexy, I love that, oh my god, this PDF is gonna like make me come, all this, that type of like expressive language. Yeah, so they are really, really excited and they express that excitement. They're often really the people who are sharing your posts as well with their network, and they're commenting mainly on how your products and services make them feel rather than what result it got. Makes me feel this way. So